Tuddy Guys.
Hey everybody, I'm Joey Christopoulos.
And I'm Dave Spaulding.
We are the Tuddy Guys.
Joey, we gotta make a playoff run. Let's see what we got cooked up in this week's playbook.
Run it.
In week 9, we play Take It or Leave It with backup running backs, find players to cut loose, Joey tries dubstep, and we lay a stinky stat bomb on Phillip Rivers.
Joey, besides a few studs, running backs have been like a mule trying to climb an apple tree.
Hard to predict and can't stay healthy?
Yeah.
Very good, Dave.
Learning from the master. Yeah. So let's clear up a cloudy RB situation with a little take it or leave it. Hit it, Joey! Take it or leave it.
Dave, when the teacher's out sick, who are you taking out for a little lunchtime hooky?
I'll be taking Rashad Jennings and 2 virgin daiquiris.
You party all night. I'm Kanye West.
Blaine Gabbert loves to frequent Check Down City, and the new mayor is Rashad Jennings. With the mojo out of Jacksonville, he's bound to get a starter workload this week and moving on. Joey, who you leaving?
Ooh, wow, Vick Ballard, Mike Goodson, Felix Jones, Creed, Kale Salad, Black Licorice, Frank's Loops.
We're good, Frank's Loops.
Different than Fruit Loops. So the boss is back, fellas. You've been demoted. It's mop-up duty time, and right now we just can't trust you.
Bye. Joey, now that we know who's singing lead and who's playing tambourine, any other band members you're taking on tour?
I've got to go with Kendall Hunter and Daniel Thomas.
Hey, Rock.
Now, I'm not telling you to start these guys, but these are valuable commodities on your bench. Daniel Thomas has 7 carries in the red zone for 3 tutties this year, and Kendall Hunter leads all backups with 300 all-purpose yards. Dave, finally, a backup for you to lead.
I'll give you 2. David Wilson, Legarette Bount. David Wilson is now 3rd in line in the New York buffet.
And Bradshaw and Brown, they likes to eat.
Only crumbs left. And we all saw Doug Martin's coming out party, and I know what you're thinking. You look at Legarette Bount and you think, he's got the shape of a goal line back. But after watching him getting stuffed 3 times there, I think he's proved worthless to both the Buccaneers and your fantasy team.
Speaking of getting stuffed, watching Blunt try and go through the end zone is like watching Dave try and eat 4 hot dogs at once.
Joey, I will never stop trying.
I worry about you. You need to choose.
USA. USA.
Tuddy Guys. Tuddy Guys. Tuddy.
Dave, you seem a little down in the dumps.
I was just in the film room watching clips of Mark Sanchez. I need to pick me up.
Oh, do you want some speed? Some laxatives? Some ludes? Some quoods?
Do you know what quoods are, Joey?
Do you know how many fantasy quarterbacks have more points than Phillip Rivers this season?
I'm gonna need some quoods.
That's right, and we're gonna find out right now in Cutting Loose. Now it's time to pick a few fantasy players that have been slumping lately. But the Tuddy Guys think in week 9 are going to bounce back and restore your faith.
They better.
First up is Andre Johnson going against a Bills secondary that's giving up 27 fantasy points a game to opposing wide receivers.
We think number 80 finally gets his. Joey, I can one-up you.
How?
Eagles versus the Saints. The Saints D gives up 32 fantasy points to wide receivers per game.
Ah, the Saints D. The D that just keeps on giving.
So start Vick and the Eagles with confidence.
Again.
Confidence.
Look, if Vick can't get it together down in New Orleans versus Saints D, it's time to look at other options.
Career options. Brandy Reed. In the land of tight ends, give Jermaine Gresham a start this week. The Broncos allow 10 fantasy points a game to opposing tight ends. That's 4th most in standard leagues.
And finally, Phillip Rivers against the Chiefs.
Oh God, it's time for the lewds.
Not yet, buddy. Now this is a make or break game for Rivers in fantasy land this week. He goes up against a Chiefs D that ranks 23rd in rushing.
They also allow 18 fantasy points a game to opposing quarterbacks, which means if Ryan Matthews can get going, Phillip Rivers will get going.
And if Rivers doesn't get going this week, then he won't get going any week. You will not believe how many fantasy quarterbacks have more points than Rivers right now.
Can't be that bad, right?
Really?
Why did I reach for him?
We all reached for him,
Tuddy Guys.
Thank you very much for tuning in.
Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Tuddy Guys.
If you like the show, tell a friend.
If you didn't, tell 2.
And unlike Dave's fantasy team, go in that league. USA. USA. It's not gonna bring mojo back, buddy.
It's not, no.
Tuddy Guys.